Welcome to Institute of Quality and Reliability. Hi, this is Hemant.
Process capability analysis using JASP JASP, the open source free statistical software. Please watch our videos on process capability and introduction to JASP if you have not watched these earlier. Links are mentioned in the description of this video. The introduction to process capability video discusses basic understanding of process capability and its calculation. And in introduction to JASP video, I have explained how to download JASP, install JASP, and what is the basic menu and what are the capabilities of this open source free software. As explained in my previous video on JASP, this is the JASP interface. I assume that you have already installed JASP on your laptop or computer. Go to the right, click on the plus symbol, scroll down and click on quality control. The moment you click, the related commands will now be available to you. So click on quality control and click on capability analysis. But nothing happens because we haven't added any data to the worksheet. So click on new data to add data to the worksheet. And there is an Excel file. The name of the Excel file is ice cream. You can download this file. If you go to our website www.world-class-quality.com and index, click on the downloads menu. In that you will find IQR Excel data files, and if you click here, you will be able to download the whole folder of the data files. In that folder, you will find this file name called ice cream. There are two types of data shown in this file. We will use the data in column A. Copy that data and paste it in the JASP worksheet. So this is the ice cream data, and now we go to the analysis and we go to the quality control and we go to process capability study, and you have to select ice cream. You have to take into measurement. It will start showing some results, but we need to add few things. It has started showing the control chart, but the control chart is with subgroup size of 5. This data is not collected in the form of a control chart. We make it subgroup size of 1 and change this, and now you will see that the control chart changes to individual and moving range charts. So you can see that, and the control limits are also plotted by the software for this. So you can choose XMR. You can also collapse it if you want. You can add a note. You can copy and paste it somewhere if you want. The control chart has also shown some out of control points, but for the purpose of this analysis, we will assume that the process is stable. We now look at the process capability options on the left side of the panel, and here you got a choice of normal distribution or non-normal distribution. We will use the normal distribution at this point of time. We haven't checked for that, but you could see here below the histogram and the normal probability plot on the right side of the panel, and you can see that the distribution looks pretty good normal, and the p-value also indicates here. There is an Anderson-Darling test performed here. The Anderson-Darling value is 0.269 with a p-value of 0.677, which is a good normal distribution. So we will continue with the normal distribution, and then we will add the lower specification limit and upper specification limit. The lower specification limit add 145 and the upper specification limit add 155. The moment you add that, you can see now below the process capability analysis. The histogram is shown here with upper specification limit of 155 and LSL of 145. Below that, you will find the capability statistics. The CP is given as 1.117 with lower bounds of the CP as 1.03 and 1.204. The CPL value is 1.579, CPU is 0.656. The lower of the two will be CPK 0.656. And again, confidence interval for CPK is also given here. JASP automatically saves the file. That's what you saw just now. Below that, you can see the process performance also. For the process performance, it will use the overall standard deviation, while as for the CPK, you can see here process capability within, and this standard deviation for this within is calculated using the individual and moving range control chart or whatever control chart you have selected in the previous selections. So process capability performance will be slightly different. The PP is 1.115, which is obviously lower than the CP with confidence intervals. PPL is 1.575, which is again slightly lower than the CPL. PPU is 0.655, which is again slightly lower. And the PPK is 0.655, nearly same but slightly lower. And then confidence interval is also given. And then you can also see the non-conformance statistics estimated from the data. Observed is 0 ppm, expected total is 1.146 ppm, expected within is 1.092, and then this was below LSL. The first these numbers were below LSL, and above USL you can see that the values are much higher, because you can see that the average of this is towards the upper specification limit. You can see that the average here that it has calculated is 152.1, which is towards the upper specification limit. So the expected ppm above the USL is much higher compared to the lower side, and that's also nearly the total ppm values. So that's what you see in the software, and very nice analysis performed by the this JASP software. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it worth watching. Please subscribe to Institute of Quality and Reliability channel if you want to watch more videos on reliability engineering, Six Sigma and quality engineering.